let's get this out of the way. Finding your sound is hard, like really hard, but at the same time, it's one of the most important things you'll ever do as an artist. And I want to walk you through the real steps. No fluff, no gimmicks, just the honest truth about what it takes for you to discover your own sound. If you're watching this, I promise this will help, but it's going to take time, effort, and patience. Here's the first thing that nobody wants to say out loud. You can't expect to find your sound early in your journey. And I know it, we all want to. We all want to be that recognizable artist with the distinct sound. But in the beginning, you most likely don't have the skill set to bring these ideas to life. The next curveball we typically face is that the music you listen to is not always the music you like to produce. And this can throw a lot of people off. Like, you could be sitting there, love listening to melodic techno, but when you sit down and work on music, this nasty, gritty bass house track keeps coming out of you. And guess what? That's not failure. If anything, it's discovery. You don't learn what you really love to make until you've made a lot of music. And sometimes the stuff you're best at and enjoy the most is completely different than what you thought you'd be known for. At the end of the day, your sound really is just your taste made audible. How you write melodies, how you program drums, things that you think are catchy. But understand this, your sound is not going to be what you tell me it is. It's not words. Your sound is what we would actually hear in the music. So this is the perfect segue. Let's get into the how. Here are the things that actually help you find your sound. Not hypothetically, but in the trenches when you're grinding at 2 a.m. Don't loop, don't vibe, finish songs. Even if they're not your best work, finishing songs is how you're going to discover your sound. At the same time, it's also going to give you the technical ability to get that sound out of you. We learn by doing. Now I know finishing music is extremely difficult. I don't want to just gloss over this, but it's probably a video in itself, beyond the scope of this one. And at the same time, for a lot of people, a video doesn't get them out of that rut of not finishing music. This is so important, and honestly, it's something we work on with every single student in our boot camp. Like, I am literally sitting down with you, fixing your problems, your roadblocks. So quick mention, if you are that person, you'd rather learn sitting down with me, there's gonna be a pinned comment below. You can click that. To finish these songs, it does help if you're prepared and you do have some skills. Now let me ask you this. You have a big game and match and you didn't practice all week. You're gonna show up to that, and do you expect to perform well? No, you'll probably get your ass kicked because you didn't practice. So if we compare this to music, you sitting down to work on songs is the same thing as the game and match. But just like sports, you need to practice so you can perform best in that game and match. You really don't get good without the reps. So what you can think about doing is setting up a weekly schedule where you're dedicating time to, yes, work on music, but also practice and develop the skills that will make you better at creating songs, finishing songs. So this can look something like creating dedicated studio sessions towards sound design. Like, for example, you put some time on a clock, and just open up a synth and create. Start turning knobs, see what you can discover, see what happy accidents you can create. But the whole point of this is there's no pressure of needing to make a song, you're just practicing. Same goes for other new plugins or techniques you want to try. Open up an old song, start dropping these tools on these sounds and see what they're capable of. The more comfort you have using these things, the better you will perform with them when it matters the most. Okay, this next one is really important because your sound, at the end of the day, is your taste. So what I would recommend is you build your own custom libraries. And this means a collection of sounds that you love, and think of it as audio samples, loops, drums. It could be presets and synth sounds that you've found and love, created and love. One of the easiest things you could do is just go back to old songs you finished and go take the best sounds from that project, put them in your custom folder. Part of having this identifiable sound is repetition in your sound. Think of your favorite artists. So the next thing with finding your sound, let's talk about your taste. This most likely does not come from just one genre or style of music. You've been listening to music since childhood, and the thing you want to think about here is how can you take your favorite bits from all of those genres and songs you like and come up with your version of it. If you like jazz chords, use them. If you like trap drums, use them. If you like the sound of Moose shredding on a flute, use it. But at the end of the day, you gotta be yourself. Your taste is the only thing that makes you different from everyone else. And you can do this but you gotta give yourself time. So be patient, apply as much of the things we just talked about, and give yourself a realistic opportunity to find your sound.